No.
Hey, welcome to Nightwave Radio with my best friend, Bobby Johnson.
That's
How
right.
you doing, Bobby?
We've been friends a long time.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. So
It's good to see you.
good to see you too, sir.
Yeah.
Finally, decided to just talk to you on the phone.
You don't have to call me sir. We're friends.
I was got on this morning and sitting here playing one of your songs that I had of yours. I'll tell you what it was here in a minute. I was playing it while I was telling everybody you was coming on today. And where you at? Like I was telling you last night, I got so many songs, it's not even funny.
Oh, yeah.
You wrote it back in 2018. Come on, I know you're right here.
Oh, we're in a ballpark. You're in a close ballpark. I wrote a lot of them.
Excuse me. It was about a bar. I'm trying to find it now. I think this is it. No, that ain't it. I found the one it is, dude. It's I got to take someone. Let's see, what does it say? Here it is. I got to take someone time. You wrote that, I think, back in 2018.
Yes, I was a fool.
You went to a bar, and that's a pretty good song. I loved it.
I've been really fortunate to get some really good songs out. I've been writing a lot with some really good writers. I've been writing with Roy August. We just finished our fourth song. Roy August wrote songs like "Fancy Free" for the Oak Ridge Boys, and he had a bunch of hits with T. Graham Brown, and the list goes on with him. He's a very incredible writer. And then I write with JD, which is my publisher, and he wrote songs like "I'm Just Lucky, I Guess," and for the guy that did the truck songs, he did the song "Teddy Bear" and all of them.
Right.
It was a #1 hit on his first album. I'm Just Lucky, I Guess. And it's funny how that happened because he said I had that song out ages ago, and it was a big success for us. He says, and then since then, it says over 150 people's recorded that song over the years, and a lot of them been overseas. And he says my biggest people that want to record that song is in Ireland. He says there are about 2 or 3 major artists in Ireland that have done the song. So it's cool how songs can travel like that. And
Yeah, it is.
it's amazing.
Me and you last night was talking about music and the songs you wrote and the achievements that you've done. Sit back, thinking of all the achievement that you have done in your life, being in the Army or and you're a vet, and come back as a songwriter and been a songwriter, I think you said for 50 years, right?
54 years this year.
Okay, 54 years. I know it was 50, somewhere in there. And listen to your music. Where it comes from is your heart and your love for music. And everybody loves you out there that I know.
I find that awesome because, I just try to treat people like I would want to be treated. My granddad always said, treat people how you would want to be treated.
Yeah.
And treat them with kindness, but always treat them with respect. Because he always told me, he says, respect earned is respect given. And he said that if you show that respect for us, they'll respect you in return. And but the thing is our shows, and when we do our live shows on Facebook, it's about our family. It's like I was telling you last night. It's not. They're not fans. They're not followers. They're family. And when they come to the show, they automatically become part of that family. You know,
Right.
they I've been so fortunate because they keep coming back all the time, and because they feel comfortable, they feel welcome there. You know, they feel like they're at home. And at this time of day and age we've got going on with all the stuff going on, people really need to be able to escape for that couple hours, you know, and listen to some music and enjoy life, you know, and but yeah, I'm thrilled and lucky to have so many people that care like they do. Even when I went through the cancer, you know, they were right there.
Yeah, I was there talking to you.
She was, and but you know, it's just it is what it is, you know, and but it's like I told you last night when we were talking, you know, the only two things I wanted in life, you know, out of writing music and that was to achieve something, you know. It's not so much being the best there is out there. That's not important to me. It's just being respected for what I do, you know, and I tried myself to death over years, to, you know, to try to earn that respect. And I found that it wasn't all about earning it. It was about just giving it, and then people it comes in return. And so, um, but my one thing I always wanted to do is when the good Lord takes me home, is to be able to write enough music to be able to last people a lifetime, you know, after I'm gone. And I've done that. I've just in 54 years, we're a little over 11,000 songs. And then my other thing was this: I always wanted to win an award just to say I did as a writer for once in my life.
Right.
You know, I told one of my best friends I knew for a long time was Harlan Howard before he passed away, and I told him, he says, I told him, I said, you know, I just hope one day to be able to write a number one song, you know, and have a number one hit and be a great writer. And he says, if you ever hear anything I do, he said, listen to this. You don't have to have a number one hit to be a great writer. He says, if you can write music and touch everyone out there, that's what matters the most. He says, you have to put yourself on a scale. Like, say, for example, you write a song and then you picture 100 people standing in front of you to listen to that song. And then you ask them how many people can raise their hands, you know, that can relate to that song. He said, the higher number of those people that raise their hands, the higher success you have of that being a hit.
Right.
But he said, if you write from the heart, it'll go straight to their heart. You know?
And you have, Bobby. I try, you know yourself, I try to be on every Sunday night when you do your gospel show. I try to be on every Tuesday night when you feel good to do your Keep It Country.
Right.
And see, what a lot of people don't realize about Bobby Johnson, his studio is right behind me.
Yeah, I'm sitting right in it. Yeah.
They don't realize that. You do everything yourself. From the steel guitar to the whatever instruments. Yeah, I seen it back there. But whatever instruments you got, you play them all to set the tracks up for your songs.
I play 8 different instruments over the years. I learned 8 different instruments. You know, back years ago when we were on the road, I spent almost 25 years on the road and playing music. And the one thing back years ago, they were road bands that was on the road, you know.
Right.
And they were playing bars and stuff like that. And we was doing that. And I went to a office of one of the booking agents that were booking us, and he was talking about um, what they call a promo package. Back then, a promo package consisted of a CD, and then it consisted of also um, a picture of you and a write up of you, and photo. And back then, they were like $3,000 for those things.
Right.
And I told myself, what a way to retire, to be able to do that. And so I learned photography. I went to college for photography, and I also took post processing and stuff for that, and for processing pictures and stuff like that, and graphics and stuff like that. And so I have a studio, and I wanted to record people and do them promo packages for them, But this is now 2020. When it was back 5 years ago, everything's digital, and anybody and everybody can do it all themselves online, and you don't have to do anything.
But see, the thing of it, Bobby, is, and you say a lot of them can do it themselves. They can't, because somebody experiences as you are, and you got all the digital world around you now, but experience as you are, the song sounds more. If some of them tried to do it themselves, it don't sound as professional as you do. You sound more professional. You got to look at it. Like you said, you got family. All these people that come back every Sunday or Tuesday, or when you do your shows, they come back because you're a professional. They come back because of your music, the love of your music. I mean, I love it.
This is the whole concept of it, the way I look at it. If I write a song about myself, I might as well write a book.
Right.
But to write, you have to look at what is going on out there, what people experience each and every day. Whether it be the roughest or the toughest or hardest thing you ever see or they ever go through, or the happiest thing and the coolest thing you ever saw. You have to write for those people. You have to write for them. To be able to write a song and then somebody say that, wow, that's my whole life right there, or to write a song that, where people say, for once in my life, I got some closure out of this. It's every song has its reasons and meanings to each and every person out there, and how they relate to it, and that's the trick to everything, is write songs that people can relate to.
But see, a lot of artists don't do that. You look at some of them, and I ain't gonna put none down. Don't get me wrong. But you look at some of them like Garth Brooks and some of the other professionals that's out there, they probably write their own songs and write it with somebody like you do. But yours is more traditional country music than theirs are, and then you got a lot of these what they call pop country artists.
Yeah.
But yours is more traditional. Yours more sound like it's from your heart. I was talking to a lady, she's from Australia. She said she loved, it's different music over in Australia, the way they sing country music. But she said she loved the Tennessee, the Nashville sound. Mm-hmm. And that's the way she's singing her music, is the old style country, as I call it.
Yeah.
And, that's why I loved listening to you, and we've talked about several other artists and stuff, to talk to. And so that's why, I'm here today with you, because it's older country and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I want people to know that, you work hard for all of this. You get it out there for everybody. And when I say you work hard, you produce all your sounds, or not your sounds, but your lyrics. You produce the song, you write the song, and plus you sit there and record it all, and then say you put it on a CD, and then you turn around and put say Tuesday night, keeping it country, you come out and sing it, and or you put it on YouTube, and that's what I'm saying. You're a true country artist to me.
Thank you. I
It's
appreciate it.
everybody else.
I was talking to Roy the other day, and he told me, he says we're not songwriters. He said we're tunesmith. I said, excuse me, what's tunesmith? Tunesmith is somebody that starts the project, sees it all the way through, and finishes it. He says, and with you not only write the song, you record it, you play every instrument on it, you master it, you produce it, and you still yet put it out there.
That's it.
What a tunesmith does. He says it's not just about writing the song or writing lyrics. It's about. He says it's like a tunesmith. I said, okay, I'll take that. I guess I can understand that. So, but yeah, it's you got to nowadays. That's the thing, And my advice to anybody out there that's in the music industry is learn everything you can about it. I hung out in Nashville in the studios for half a life. Every time we were off the road, I was in Nashville. And I was hanging out with my friends in Nashville in the studios and watching like major artists doing their shows and stuff like that. I mean, recording their albums and stuff. But there's a category. There's several categories of musicians in Nashville, and the upper category, or like what they call the super pickers, they come in and they play on all of these major artists' albums. They are the best of the best in Nashville, and I hung out for the longest time with those kind of people and learned a lot of that stuff because I was like a sponge. I absorbed everything I could get out of it. It was
right.
It's a big thing to me to learn. But I never thought back then I'd still be doing what I'm doing now. I got to tell you this. Somebody was in the chat room when we was talking about Rob Charles,
right?
His chat rooms, and somebody said, Bobby Johnson's a prolific writer. What? I got a hold of Jackie and I said, what's a prolific writer? I don't know what a prolific writer is.
I don't either. I've never heard of it.
And she says that's a person that writes a lot. Like for example, when you're talking about writers, that means you write a lot of songs.
Yeah.
In short time. And I thought I never heard of that word before. I thought it was something not so nice or something, but it's what it was. And then like we was talking about that last night, and then so we was doing one of the gospel shows, and one lady says he's so anointing. I said, and I told Jackie, I said, did she just call me annoying? Why is she sitting there listening if she's annoyed? Oh, anointing. I said, well, what's anointing? And she says that's when people feel the presence of the Lord through you.
Amen.
Through your music. And that it just blew me away because I never thought, ever in a million years someone would feel the presence of our Almighty Lord through me. But I think God has his ways of doing that. I think he blesses us, musicians and artists, to be able to get his word out to people through music. Music is one of the most powerful things in the world, and it's crazy. But there's times I write gospel songs, and I swear he's pushing the pencil.
Well, Bobby, I didn't know if you could see Betty and I think Teresa saying hi.
Yeah.
Somebody else said hi to me and you. I can't see who their names are, but here's one says, yes, we do love Bobby. Bobby's, here's one says, so true. He's just will say he's amazing. I can see comments, but I can't see who they are.
They're all amazing. That's
so. Well, what I'm saying, they talking about you and the hardest worker musician. Let's see if I can pull this conversation up. Okay, the hardest working musician I know is talking about you. They said.
Wow, that's cool. Thank you. I do. I spend probably 14 hours a day writing music, and I honestly, with things like they are now, with the virus and everything like that, I'm glad, because I'm glad I got this studio, because I can keep and continue doing what I do all the time. So when somebody says, well, you're going to be stuck home a lot, and I said, I don't mind. I'm usually home all the time anyway. So, so I am. And I love writing songs. It's what I want to do. It's what I live for. I never had, I never had the.
You never had what, Bobby?
Never had the will to want to be a star. I just want to write music and have fun. And that's what it's all right. That's what it's all about, is to just write music and have fun. And if I can do this till the day I die, then I'll be happy. Just to be able to sit here and write songs. And we're so lucky to have such a great family that will just stop and listen. It's not worth writing a song if somebody's not going to listen.
Well, you got on your team, you've got a great loving family. You got Jackie, and I don't know them all. I know Jackie.
We have 17 people on our team.
Right.
And it just keeps growing. It keeps like Jackie and Linda Peterson's.
Okay, Linda. There you go.
She's my girlfriend.
Right.
We've been together almost 16 years. And she's an incredible artist too. She's an amazing singer. But they've been most of my team's been with me since start, and we've been doing this for 5 years.
Yeah.
Got big, like I was telling you last night, it's bigger than the music. It's not just about the music. It's about having a prayers needed page for people that need prayers, having gospel shows for people that need to be at something like that can't. And the biggest thing about the greatest thing about what we do is this. There are a lot of people out there before the virus that were what they call stay home. They were stay home people. They go nowhere. They don't get to go nowhere or do anything. So this is something, doing these shows, that they look forward to every time we do them. And so if we can make even just a small amount of people happy, that's all that matters.
You had a good friend. Like I said, we've been knowing each other a long time. I've been watching your shows and stuff for years. And I've listened to her and Jackie Shirley, right? That passed away a while back. She was a sweet woman to talk to, like you've always brought her up on the show and stuff. Yep. Jackie's a sweet woman. Linda is too.
Yeah.
I try to be helping you out here by every time I see, if I don't get to be there when you do the show, I try to make sure as a team member, as a friend, as a music listener, to listen to all your music and some of my other friends, artists, and a lot of artists, but I listen. But the ones that do the show, like you and a few of the rest, I love it. I'm sitting here getting chills, or my hair standing up talking to you because I don't know a lot of things to say to you. You know, he said that somebody just wrote here, thanks, Buster. We have a amazing family within our team.
Uh-huh.
Amen. Shirley was one of a kind, and put a heart beside it.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll show these comments right fast. You know, that's one of them. I don't know if you can see them. And there's the other one.
Right.
But, you know, we, as knowing you and following you and stuff, it's been an amazing journey. I mean, when you're sick and can't do a show and stuff, and
Yeah.
because,
That blew me away. My friends, you know, my team means the world to me. They're everything. You know, they make, it's not just me. It takes the whole team to make this happen.
yeah,
Sandra Delaparra, she's an incredible person. Jackie works in hosting the shows and welcoming people, and half of the team all helps out with her too. Linda does like watch parties and stuff like that. Um, you know, Sandra, she promotes it across the board. Like when we're doing a show, it's on Twitter. It's on. She promotes it everywhere on all of our links and stuff. But the thing is that um, it it's a bunch of it's a bunch of people working to make something happen, you know, and they all understand that it's not just about the music. It's about everybody. It's about helping people. You know, it's about being there for people. And um, yeah, we lost Shirley. That was devastating to us. And I still think about her every single day of my life, um, which is something we can, as much as I love her, I would like to get on to something else because one of my friends here, they just pulled the switch on him today. So um, he was the one, Quentin, and he took me back and forth to the doctor a lot. And
right.
we used to do live feeds where he's going down the road and then on the way to the doctor, and everybody was thanking Quentin for taking me to the hospital and to the doctors and stuff like that. Plus, he's been there with all my surgeries and stuff, you know. So, and so, you know, and to have to say goodbye today is just the toughest thing, you know. You love these people because you just love them unconditionally because they love you, you know, and you know that, you know, and they don't hesitate to show it, you know. Um, I love doing what I do. I love writing with people, you know, and I love writing songs that mean something to people. You know, you can write all kinds of songs, but there are songs that you can write that just goes deep. It goes deeper than you can imagine. You know, like for example, if I picked up this guitar right here, you know, and I said, we did a song. Like I wrote a song with a friend of mine. My friend, which is my publisher JD.
Right.
I called him one time and I said, JD, we need to write a song. He goes, sure. He says, what about? And I says, I want to write a song about empty boxes. And he says, I never heard of a song ever out called Empty Boxes. I said, neither have I. But he said, what's the concept on it? I said, imagine being in a house, sitting in a house, and the movers just left, and your family left, and everything you had was packed into new boxes, and they left all the old boxes behind. And the thing about it is that on the side of every one of them boxes was written what was in that box,
Yes.
and the whole concept and hook of it is the fact that even though they're empty boxes, they're still full of old memories, you know.
Yes.
And so and he says, wow. He said, let's do it. And I told him, I'll show you a part of it. Staring at these boxes that the movers left behind. and it takes me to another world, another place, another time. I guess they found them useless. They didn't want a name. Just a bunch of empty boxes full of memories. That boxes mark the bedroom. Really tore me up. And if that box could talk, you hear stories how we love. But the boxes mark the babies. Tore the heart right out of me. Even though they're empty boxes, they're full of memories. Though they're empty boxes, they're full of memories. That's what I'm talking about. Songs like that
Yeah.
they reach out and they grab you and they just hold you, you know. And that's what I love about writing music, is when you can write stuff like that that's so meaningful, you know.
Well, you know, I'm sorry. It is a wonderful to sit and listen to you sing. I mean, it's so other artists out there I've talked to on the phone, and they've done the same, sort of the same thing. Play me a song, say, "What do you think?" And I sit here and get chills. Right, few here, listen to that. You know, it brings back memories. Your friends.
Yeah.
I was sitting here thinking about some 45s I bought not too long ago, and I was going through them, and it brought back some memories when my dad was alive.
Right.
And, I see your buddy just went behind you.
Yeah, come here.
He was doing the show there, Trixie.
Yeah. She's quite the dog. That's the whole thing. She thinks we're doing a show. This is what she does.
Yeah.
Every time there's a show, we do a show. She knows when that last song is, and she lets her up, you know. And everybody gets to see her again. But the thing is that no, songs touch people, you know, and they bring back a lot of memories, you know. And there's so many people out there, you know, that said, you know, I talked to a guy about the other day. He was telling me about a song we did. He said, that song brought back so many memories. He said, for my whole life, I shut this thing away that happened to me a long time ago, you know. And he said, this song, he said, just opened it right up. He says, and listening to the song, I found some peace about it. So, you know, if what you can do can touch people like that, it's worth every bit of effort that goes into it, you know.
Well, when we moved to this house, you talking about empty boxes. I had some boxes that I've had packed up for years and never went through them, you know, because I just didn't need them open or anything. But when I did unpack them here, I found some memories back when my father passed away. Some memories, my oldest daughter, about her, some pictures and stuff, and of her and her mother. I mean, we've got divorced for many years, but it was just a picture of her being there. She was like 3 or 4 years old at that time, maybe 5. And it was just, I can remember the day we was watching a movie. That's why it brought memory. We was sitting there watching a movie, and it was one of the hurricanes come through. from off the coast there, come through North Carolina, believe it or not. And it was real windy. It was a big old pine tree right there at our bedroom. And at the time was my wife. She went to bed, and my daughter wanted to sit in there and watch the show with me. And I thought about that picture because before the storm hit, we had that picture we took. But you know, talking about memories and stuff, you was telling me last night you had a friend that he had a birthday today.
Yeah, that would be Ron Hoystead. Yeah. It's his birthday. Yes, it is. Maybe just pick up this guitar and sing happy birthday.
There you go. Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ron. Happy birthday to you. Now we can say we actually sang happy birthday to him on the radio.
There you go. Sorry about this. I got a phone in this room that goes to my fax machine. I apologize. But no.
He's on our writers team. He's wrote I guess probably 8 or 9 songs. He's from Australia.
Okay.
Cool, because you got people from all over the world, you know. That it's amazing, you know. That you just build such great friends over the, you know, from and all around the world too. And like we were talking about yesterday, you remember when we were last night we were talking about indie radio is a big thing. And the reason for it is a mainstream radio only goes as far as that antenna goes.
Yep.
That's it. You drive out of the range, you lose the radio station.
There you go.
Indie radio stations are worldwide. They are all over the world. And you think about the concept of it. Where can you write a song, put it on the internet, and then all of a sudden they're listening to it all over the world 5 minutes later?
Yeah, like I was telling you, I had some software that told me I don't have it no more because the server crashed, but I'm using a different style. It works better. It's supposed to be better, but Hit Tracks is about somewhat the same thing. I hadn't learned all of it yet, but I was in 17 different countries. 2.5 million a month people listen to you. At that time, Scott Sharp, Patricia, you,
good friend,
Bo Hazard, Jesse Lynn. I know I say her name. I always Tamala Dove.
Tammany, yeah.
Tammany,
yeah.
Dove. I always screw her name up.
I've been friends with Tammy for a while. She's what I can tell you what I love about your sign back there. It says ISSA.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yes, sir.
That is Tammany is about the artists, the singers, the musicians, all of them, everybody in the music industry. That's what she's about. You know, is helping these people do something with their music careers. You know, and the greatest thing about, even though, you know, even I don't want your toy. Your toy somewhere else. Even though, you know, we have the awards like we did, and that was it was so awesome. You know, I was lucky enough to win. You know, the humanitarian award. You know, and these are big and heavy. I'm telling you. But then this year, I was lucky enough to win the Songwriter of the Year award. You know, and if I never win another thing, I got 2 I can do. I can look at it. I did something. I made a difference somewhere, you know. But if it wasn't for people like Tammany that give people a platform to work from, and to work from and build uh, their careers, that it doesn't just stop at the music awards. Every day she's doing something different. Every day to help these artists.
When
That
I
makes her so much beyond anybody I know out there because she genuinely cares about each and every person. And the thing is that you can't ask for a nicer person. Um,
nope.
she gave you the shirt off her back, in a heartbeat to help you. And so, I'm so proud to be part of that,
I
and
tell you what, she is a sweet woman.
uh
First time I talked to her, I was doing phone interviews, and I tell you what, Bobby, you couldn't ask for no better person to
no,
talk to
nope.
than anything on the radio. But now I've talked to her since, but when she started, soon as I seen the ISSA uh, organization and seen she was part of it, I didn't know she was like one of the people that started, but I know she was pushing, and now I know better. But I joined it. The first thing I was about one of the first ones on there.
I was going to say you probably were one of the first ones that was part of that
Yeah,
association. Um,
it's a great organization, and she's a sweet, like you said, she'll help anybody out there. We got another, somebody put a comment, happy birthday, Ron. I'll go ahead and pop that up there. We had one praying for Quincy. I think you said Quint, if I pronounced that name. But getting back to her, ever since I've known her, she's been a sweet woman.
right.
So, uh, so, but Bobby, it's like you said, she's part of one of the things of country music. I don't know what happened. We lost you here somewhere along the line.
Somebody called me on my phone. It was from 615, so it was probably Nashville. So,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
after I declined it, then it went back. So
Okay.
I don't see me on there no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I don't know what happened. But I tell you what, it's been fun talking to you. You were one of the longest artists I've ever talked to on here, and I enjoyed it. I think you were the second one I've done a show this long. But I don't know what happened to Bobby's picture there, but he's still in the background. Bobby, I love you. God bless you. And, again, right quick, if you can let everybody know where they can get your music and stuff from.
Yeah, you can get it at BobbyJohnsonMusic.com. You can also contact us on Facebook, on any of my pages, any of my team, and they'll direct you if you need any of that. I have 4 different albums out, and I got a Christmas album coming out in October, so I'm looking forward to that. So it'll be my very first one ever. So yeah, and if there's anything we can do, no matter what it is, let us know because that's what we're all about. It's helping each other, being there for each other.
Like I've told you, and I'll tell everybody, I'm here to help all the independent artists, and you know that. I'm here, try to be every time you're there. So God bless you. Talk to you later. Everybody, this is Bobby Johnson on Nightwave Radio.
See you, buddy. Take care.
Yes, sir. Same to you, Bobby.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, sorry about the blackout. That was Bobby Johnson. Like you said, he got a phone call on his cell phone and everything. I appreciate everybody that showed up today and left comments. I've tried to show all the comments and stuff that's out here. Again, Nightwave Radio, H Team Management with Paula Burns, and sponsored by CD Oil. It's good for pain and stuff. It's also got some for dogs. So God bless everybody. See you later. Take care.